What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Keep It Hoop YouTube channel. We've been gone for a few months, but now with the season underway, we are back to making videos. And the first video of the new season is going to be on RJ Barrett. Now, being a huge Knicks fan, I've been high on RJ Barrett. Some people called him a bust. He started out this season kind of slow, but he's really picked it up over the last few games. And I wanted to show why Knicks fans are so high on him. And it's not just the statistical improvements we've seen as of late, but the way he's scoring, the new additions to his game. A lot of people are really happy, and I wanted to show, what exactly those things are. Before we get started, though, if you could like, subscribe, share, and comment, would mean a lot. But yeah, let's get started. So right here, early game transition moment, you see Randle attacking, and RJ Barrett spots up in the corner here. Now, last year, even earlier this year, this is probably a jump shot that he takes, and it's not even a bad shot. RJ Barrett shot over 40% from the three last year, and it's a shot that Knicks fans are happy with him taking. But early on in the game, he does a nice job of selling this pump fake right here, and defenses are going to start to bite on that pump fake because he's a capable shooter now. Rookie year, that's a pump fake that teams and players weren't really going to fall for because that's a shot you wanted him to take. Now they're going to bite on that, and he knows that. He's using that to his advantage. Gets to his left hand where he's always been a pretty good finisher, but not just a layup here. Really nice. Gets to 2 feet, goes up on balance, gets the floater to go. Now this right here was really nice to see. We talked about him spotting up earlier, and a lot of his points, at least last year, came from spot up opportunities. Some of it was fast break, and yeah, he did attack off the dribble a bit, but and while we saw improvements in his jump shot, a lot of it again was from the spot up. Now we see here a little tween, pull up jump shot, a three off the dribble, something we really didn't see a lot of last year. Only happened a handful of times. So if he can add that to his game, he has a spot up, he has the runner, can finish in transition. If he can start hitting threes off the dribble where he can create for himself, it's going to take his game to a whole nother level. And again, something we didn't see a lot last year. Now that we're starting to see a little bit more of it this year, especially in this game, we'll see later on. That was something that was really, really nice to see. So this is something that the Knicks do a lot, actually. They run a lot of pistol action and a lot of screens for RJ Barrett coming from the wing. I wouldn't say a lot throughout the course of the game, but a lot of his plays are run that way. And you see here a little variation on that. Mitchell Robinson's going to set the screen. And the whole premise and idea behind this is Tibbs really wants to get RJ Barrett attacking, right? Get him going towards the basket because that's when he's really good, right? You want him going to the basket. And you can do that with an ISO or pick and roll with the ball in his hands. But if you can do that kind of off the move and catch the defense off guard a bit, it's even easier to get him going downhill. And this time he sees that Valanciunas, right? You know, he's not fully hedging, but he's playing a little bit of drop coverage, but not all the way. RJ Barrett's going to go up. He knows that he has a lob threat in Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson's been playing really good basketball. It gives the Knicks more of a lob threat than they had in the playoffs in Nerlens Noel. And look, Devontae Graham's going to come down and help, but he's no match for Mitchell Robinson. And I like this offense a lot. We didn't even talk about this yet, but right, the Knicks adding Kemba Walker. RJ has him as an option right there. So there's a lot of options for RJ. He has a decent floater that he's already hit today or in this game. He has the lob option and the option to feed it to Kemba. I think he goes with the best option here, realizes that Valanciunas can't really get back to contest Mitchell Robinson, and Devontae Graham is no match for him. Floats it up for a nice alley-oop pass. Now, RJ Barrett, even in his time at Duke, he was always a pretty good passer, I would say. Not someone who was always, the biggest playmaker, but he does have the ability to create plays for others, and I think that's another part of his game that he is continuing to work on, that he needs to work on, along with creating more shots for himself, scoring off the dribble. Because if he can do that, then he really starts to become a full player because the defense is there, the rebounding is solid. But yeah, I mean, you start to see these things that again, Knicks fans are really happy to see. Another cool thing though, once you see from this angle right here is you even have the threat of Evan Fournier here, who's had a couple of good games for the Knicks himself. And the Knicks now among the leaders, league leaders in 3-point attempts, 3-point makes, percentages, offensive rating. And a lot of it is because of just the spacing they have now, right? Reggie Bullock is by no means a bad shooter, but Fournier is a better shooter. He can do more things with the ball in his hands. and you now have Kemba replacing Elfrid Payton, who was one of the worst starting point guards in the league last year. So just wanted to point this out, kind of explaining a little bit of why the Knicks have been a lot better offensively this year. This right here is another really nice move. Crossover, pull up jump shot. Wanted to run it back a little bit here. Why I think this is really nice. One really nice crossover there. Doesn't just go, cross. He has a slight hesitation here where he crosses, holds the ball a little bit, and it doesn't seem like a lot, but when that happens, you see this defender start to, go over a little bit, and that buys him just enough time to explode. And I think rookie year RJ Barrett would have actually just continued to go to the rim. And while it's not the worst idea, right? You probably draw a foul. You still have Valanciunas, who's a solid defender, at least rim protector wise, right there. So instead, he finds the open space, and this isn't a shot that I think he would have been too comfortable taking rookie year. He made a couple mid range pull ups, last season. Probably one of his more comfortable moves, a go-to move, but he usually took him around the elbow. This year, though, now he's shown the ability to take it from the baseline, even a little bit of a fade to create more space. Nice shot there again. So we see the Knicks getting RJ Barrett downhill again, and Barrett and Randle, or Barrett and Robinson this season have shown a lot of good chemistry on that lob. Went back to it again. I do want to point out again Randle a little bit. People have kind of pointed out his body language, kind of just floating out here. He wasn't great this game. But yeah, RJ Barrett taking over again. We see that playmaking coming to fruition a little bit. And if we can see more of that, this offense should just continue to get better and better. So he's going to get another assist here. A little sloppy with the ball. His handle has gotten a lot better, but it's still not, on a string or elite by any means. That's something that he's going to continue to work on. But, he's not afraid to go right anymore. A lot of times in his rookie year, people said he can only go left. Even when he did go right, he was finishing with his left. Now this year, we've seen him finish with his right plenty of times, fast break, in transition. Does a really nice job of here. Again, gets the ball poked away a little bit, but still is able to beat his guy, which forces Valanciunas to come, right? And because Valanciunas comes over here, then Devontae Graham has to come down a little bit because they don't want to give up another lob, which then opens up Kemba Walker here in the corner, which last year would have been Elfrid Payton, which isn't a good shot really for the Knicks. But here, yeah, Kemba Walker has been shooting the ball really well. Really nice move, really nice pass, really nice shot for the Knicks offense right there. So this is where, things start to open up more, right? So RJ's already hit the three, which means the Pelicans defense, they're going to go over the screen. Again, in the years past, I think the defense have been comfortable going under the screen, but now they go over the screen, which means Josh Hart then has to hedge, right? Now what happens here is when Josh Hart hedges, RJ Barrett, who's already made a mid-range jump shot, can use that little in and out dribble as a hesitation. Josh Hart jumps on it or kind of cheats on it, which allows RJ Barrett to get past him, get to his left hand. Really nice finish. Again, right hand finish, right? Even though he's dribbling with his left, switches hands, nice finish, showing his ability to finish with the right hand. So that play right there was kind of culmination of all the things. His ability to shoot the three, gets the defender to go over the screen, little hesitation because he's already made the mid-range, gets to the rim, finishes with his right. Really nice move. It looks simple, but these are the kinds of plays that are going to take RJ to the next level. And this is another example of his maturity and his development as a ball handler. And this is even going to go into him as a playmaker as well. A lot of point guards, a lot of good playmakers, they're able to snake the screen, which means you come around, and we talked about this last year as well, but you come around the screen and you put that defender right behind you. So he does a good job here as Devontae Graham, who is smaller than him, is going to have a tough time, but going to go around the screen, tries to go over it to keep RJ from shooting the three, but now he puts him behind him, and RJ's going to have two opportunities, right? Now he can go finish, which he's ended up doing, or he's going to have Mitchell Robinson for the lob as well. So it just opens up a lot of things now that he's more comfortable with the ball in his hands, and he's showing the ability to both finish and make plays for other people, as well as also have that mid-range jump shot. So this time, Devontae Graham, pretty lazy defense here. He ends up, instead of going over, it goes under Valanciunas. I think a little bit of miscommunication because he's not stepping up. But Barrett, he sees that, step back, really nice step back, creates space, gets the three to go. Again, another three-point shot off the dribble, a step back this time, which is such a crucial move for a lot of the elite players in the league. Something we almost never saw him do, continuing to go to it again this season. And again, I've always thought he was a pretty good, at least above average passer. He just didn't always have the opportunity. One, he wasn't a great ball handler. Two, he just didn't garner the attention that he needed to as a scorer to get others involved. But now he's able to do that, right? Comes off the screen again. We see the Knicks running a lot of pistol action for him, trying to get him to go downhill so he can use his physicality, his body, and his finishing ability. And now right here, right, the Pelicans know that the Knicks are going to try to run their offense through him. They got two guys on him. Really nice pass to Taj Gibson for an easy basket. Another assist for RJ Barrett. And look, on a night where RJ Barrett really carried the team, he ends up closing it out here in the fourth quarter with not one, but two pull-up threes. One here, a double screen for him. If you're Valanciunas, you have to come up. You have to see this, right? You have to realize that the Knicks are going to Barrett. He's the hot hand. You're the helper or the double help right here, but you have to get up and contest this. But Barrett knows this. He sees this. He's feeling it. One dribble pull up, gets it to go. And then does it again on the next position, I think, or maybe two possessions later. But right here, nice pass to Taj, and then we're going to see to close out the game. Another pull-up three right here off the dribble. Going right this time, two dribble pull-up. Again, not great defense. You have to step up if you are Valanciunas right here, right? Because, I mean, it's difficult, right? You have Fournier and Randle in the corner. So, these two defenders can't help off. I know that's Josh Hart. They can't help. So if he hedges up and then, RJ is able to beat him, and get to the paint, then you have I guess the Pelicans have to have these guys helping, and then you have the two corner shooters open. But that's where you have to trust your defense if you're Valanciunas and your team, right? Because if those guys rotate, RJ Barrett kicks it out, then you would assume that maybe this guy comes, or you have some kind of rotation, but there's no trust on this defensive side right here. A little tough for this team, and RJ Barrett is able to step up and shoot it. And maybe it was a game plan to let him shoot it coming into the game, but if he's having the hot hand like that, especially because, again, he shot it over 40% last year. Pretty bad defense by the Pelicans, but overall, I hope that I was able to show a little bit of why RJ Barrett is one of the Knicks' favorite players. Knicks fans love him. We're really hyped. Again, there's still a lot of improvements for him to make. He can do more with his right hand, finishing-wise and dribbling. Can continue to get better at finishing. Overall, but also just creating shots for himself, creating space. I think some of it is also mental. I think at least outside of the last 3-4 games, there was a tendency to for him to kind of zone out or be a little disengaged on offense. And part of that is coaching. You want to run more plays for him. Part of that is he just needs to get himself more involved. That being said, I don't think people are calling him a bust anymore. I'm tired of the Tyler Hero comparisons. Like, they're both doing really well. They don't have to be, one doesn't have to be bad. I think they're both playing really well. But yeah, RJ Barrett, huge improvements so far this season after the slow start to, the first couple of games. The jump shots there, shooting off the dribble, finishing with his right, playmaking. Good to see. Again, I'll probably do a video on Julius Randle because I do think that he's struggling a bit. But, and maybe I'll do another video on the Knicks offense as a whole, because it's just so much improvement on that end. Some of it's coaching and the way Tibbs has coached. Some new things that he's implemented on offense, and some of it is just a plain upgrade at the guard positions, right? Kemba Walker and Evan Fournier. Again, having Mitch Robinson back helps. But yeah, that'll be it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, please remember to like, subscribe, share, and comment. Follow us on social media as well. Links will be in the description below. Until next time, peace.